Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here. Welcome for another midday live, midday market review. We have the futures 4 hours over here, playing with some trend lines. We have these two trend lines, the yellow one and the purple one. Very important level of support. Otherwise, we are heading towards, if this support will fail to hold all this area of the 43.50, we are heading towards the 42.80. Below it, we are heading towards 42.60. Follow the trend lines, all the trend lines now, and it doesn't matter which trend line you're following, all of them are going to the downside. And the 15 minutes, nothing much, as you can see in the past hour or so, moving sideways. 43.50 needs to hold. 43.60 is the resistance. Still, also on the 15 minutes future, we are in a steep downtrend. Span the 15, trying to hold, but if low of the day will break to the downside, we are heading towards the 437 at the 65 minutes. I follow the 65 because 6 candles of the 65 minutes gives us a full daily candle, and as you can see, low of the day failing to hold, and now we are seeing it live. We are heading towards the 433 to the downside. 433 area needs to hold. It was August lows, so let's see if August lows will hold the support. Otherwise, we are heading towards 431.20 and 429.50 to the downside. Now let's take a look on the weekly, because tomorrow is Friday, and on the daily. First, see the weekly over here. What do we have? This was July's peak. Lower highs, lower lows, because we broke below August low. So we have a new low. The trend is downside. We have a double top scenario, and it doesn't have to be an accurate price. It's an area. All this area between the 450 and the 460, very tough resistance for the SPY since July's highs. We can be a little bit more accurate. And now 433.62 is the 50% retracement. Below it, we are heading towards 427. Below it, 510. 420, in my opinion, will be the bounce. If we go into the QQQ and the weekly, broke below a very important area of support. This trend line held the higher lows since beginning of 2023. Double top scenario also over here, the 380, 384, very tough resistance for the bulls. Bulls gave up, and once bulls giving up, bears are coming into control, taking the wheel, and now 355 is the next major support, breaking below, and we are heading towards the 330 to the downside. Dow Jones on the weekly also broke below a very important area of support, this trend line. 340, 341 is the next support. Below it, we have all the levels to the downside. Bitcoin on the weekly, we have this trend line. You know this trend line from the daily. Another doji. Basically, Bitcoin is moving sideways since middle of August between the 24,600 and the 27,500. And if you zoom out, always need to zoom out to get a better point of view of price action. We have some kind of left shoulder, head, maybe right shoulder, but the trend is to the downside. Oil on the weekly, after 3 consecutive weeks to the upside, very bullish trend in the past 3 weeks. Now incoming doji. Doji is the best signal, the strongest signal of them all for trend reversal that might come. The 93.50 area, very tough resistance. Look at here, almost. But now 87 is the support that needs to hold. Otherwise, we are heading back towards this red zone. This red zone was a very tough resistance. What else do we have? Apple on the weekly for now. Another doji inside the candle. 171 is the support. 177 now is the resistance. What else? Tesla, interesting. This gap from last week is filled now, heading towards this purple trend line. This purple trend line needs to hold. It's a very important support area from beginning of this year, breaking down another 232 to the downside. Below it, we have all the levels to the downside. But for now, we have lower highs, higher lows, very tight price range on Tesla. What else do we have? Anything interesting? SOXX, as we said, check the daily. SOXX, inverted head and shoulders towards the 1272. Above it, we have this gap. Now, this 1160 from a major resistance needs to act as support before continuation towards 1272 and this gap to the upside. What else? Hi Offer, hi Aviad, hi Yoel, hi Doron. Thank you very much for joining. If you are here, say hi. Don't be shy. We are here to learn, get education on how to become a better trader each and every day. Let's see, SPY 65 breaking down and under. Apple continuing to the downside. In the premium room, we figured out, we took some long, but now this is our stop. We had an impression that we are going towards a double bottom scenario, towards this yellow trend line, but we have been mistaken. So we are out of this position. Nothing wrong with being wrong. Just make sure that you're not wrong for a long time. It's okay to be wrong. Nothing wrong with being wrong. Make sure you catch it on time. What else do we have? What do you think about Lulu? I don't think anything now. The whole market is in a downtrend. Lulu closed yesterday's gap. Back inside this downtrend. I'm looking for a weekly close above the 389, 390, and then maybe we're heading towards the 397, but it's very risky because the overall sentiment in the market is bearish now. So manage your risk accordingly. Netflix to the downside. Of course, Netflix is going towards this gap over here at the 383, towards this purple trend line also. This trend line held the lower lows. Now let's see a bounce back. Same as did here, same as did here. Maybe another touch around the 378 area, 380 area, and then we'll get some kind of a bounce. But overall, Netflix, same as the rest of the market, going down until proven otherwise. This is what happens. Look at this area, the 450. 450, very tough resistance. Bulls tried one time, failed, and since June until September, 3 months, bulls tried, gave up. Bears came in strong, and now we are in a downtrend. AMD with a gap over here, today's opening gap. It will get filled sometimes in the future, maybe sooner than later, but you know these trend lines because we drew this trend line a few weeks back and we said as long as AMD is inside this channel, we are heading south. Let me know, how do you hear me? Let me know, how do you see me? How is the position of the camera? It's very important for you to see and hear me because this is why we are here. Futures going down, but for now, this area is holding. Let's see this 4 hours candle closing above this 43.50 area, and maybe next candle going to the upside, but it's too soon. We have another 2 hours or so to this candle. Let's see where it's heading. Hi, John. All good. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, John. Amir, TZA. Follow the IWM. Inverted IWM. Bearish. 3x. Very, very dangerous. But if IWM is going to the downside, and it's going to the downside, as you can see, head and shoulders, TZA, inverted head and shoulders. Follow IWM while you're trading the inverted ETF. Going towards the 1676, 175 needs to hold, otherwise we're heading towards the 172. So TZA is going up towards this gap over here, 32.30, above it, 34. What else? Thank you, Aviad. So we are not taking any longs until confirmation. Of course, SPY and Qs, as I say on each and every live, this is my main screen. I have here futures 15 minutes. Let's make it a little bit bigger for you to see. I have here futures 4 hours. I have here SPY 15. I have here SPY 65. I have here Qs 15, Qs 65. It's always on. This is my main screen. This is how I know where the overall market sentiment is. Multi-time frames on the SPY and on the Qs. So as long as everything is red and going to the downside, taking longs, it's pretty risky. I don't say don't take longs, but it's pretty risky. So I'm waiting for the overall market to show us some kind of a reversal to the upside. I want to see a reversal of the 429 towards this gap. Until then, it's all to the downside. I hope I answered your questions. What about shorts? Same as longs. Take, for example, Shopify. What do you think? Where Shopify is heading? You can take Shopify. Have here the reversal. Invert scale. Now, you want to go long on Shopify? If this is Shopify, downtrend, bouncing, double bottom scenario. Now, we can take long above 40, 54, 30 towards 51 and then towards this, but it's short. It's just inverted scale. So you can take short continuation below 54 towards this gap using Fibonacci as your risk management. Microsoft, where are you? Here you are. Microsoft holding pretty well today. The only green one on my screen. Relative strength, holding the 318. 318 was here. Open gap. Here support. Now holding once again support with a doji for now, but it's Friday already. Tomorrow last day of the week. So look on the weekly. Zoom out. And here you have it. We don't need this. You have this red trend line. Held the higher lows since January. Broke to the downside. Now what do you see? Lower highs since the peak of July. If you want to go short on Microsoft, as long as Microsoft below this red trend line, below 325, we are good to go on short. 310 is the next major support. If you want to wait for 2-3 days below 310 and then we are heading towards 287. Let's clean the chart. Look left. Here you have it. Below 311, we are heading towards 292. So yeah, you can take shorts. Shorts and longs is the same. Follow price, use levels, trend lines as your guide for future price action. Could you provide an inverted scale for SoFi? SoFi, doesn't matter which broke this short term. Let's clean the chart. We have talked about SoFi, that this area, the 790 area, very important level of support, because what do we have here? If you're a pattern trader, pattern seeker, you clearly see left shoulder, head, right shoulder. But patterns, anyone can see anything. Some will see head and shoulders. Some will see nothing. Some will see inverted cup and handle. You want the inverted? You go here, settings, inverted, or Alt I on the keyboard. Now what do you see? If this was a bullish market, would you go long above this one? The answer should be yes. So you can go short below this one. Manage your risk. According to Fibonacci, below, we are heading towards 738. Let's put alert over here to go short. Apple, hi Amir, we just talked about Apple. Aviad, hi, APP. Guys, girls, do you have any other questions rather than chart requests? We are here to learn and educate ourselves to become better traders on the technical side and the psychology behind trading. Don't neglect the psychology behind trading. It's a major part of trading. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if you lack the resilience, the mental resilience, the strategy won't mean nothing. APP holding uptrend. Below it, we have this gap to the downside. If you are long on APP, start managing your risk. If you're not long yet, I would wait for the weekly close. Let's see, look at the weekly. This is why it's very important to zoom out. You had an uptrend, 2 consecutive dojis, now going down. It's time to take some profits. It's time to manage the risk. If you want to learn how to manage your risk, first go to the Fibonacci Academy playlist, 25 videos, free, on how to become a better trader on the technical side and the mental side, the psychology behind trading. As you can see below 38.30, we are heading towards 34. In my opinion, will not hold. 31.25 should hold as next support. This is nice short candidate. Let's put an alert over here, and we shall take short once this alert will pop. What else? AMD. We just talked about AMD. We just talked about AMD. What do you see? Follow the trend lines. Don't try to be a hero. Don't fight the trend. The trend is to the downside. So why take long? Wait for the market to show you signs that the trend is starting to reverse. Signs, same as here, same as here, same as here, same as here. Downtrend bounce, downtrend bounce, downtrend bounce. What do you see now? Downtrend. No bounce in sight. What else do we have? Lift. Before lift, let's take a look on the SPY and friends. Moving sideways. In my opinion, 433 needs touch and then bounce. As you can see, this area is a very important area. We have a battle. Zoom out, and then you see the battle between bulls and bears over the 43.52. Always zoom in, zoom out. This is the only way to trade. Lift. What do you see on lift? I see sideways move and lower highs. Below 1020, we're heading towards 960. You can take Fibonacci from here. Below this one, below this area, we're heading towards 950. We have a trend line that shows us the way. The way is down, lower highs. No long. If you want to go long, in my opinion, need to wait above 1144, at least above 1144, a weekly close. What else do we have? Hi Eliran, thank you very much for joining. If you still did not hit the like, subscribe, please do. It will be much appreciated. Help me grow this channel so we can reach and grow this community together. Help others get education, proper education on how to become a better trader each and every day. Each and every day you learn something new. Even me, 7 years, full-time trader, each and every day I learn something new on the technical side, on price action, on market sentiment, market psychology, and of course about myself. Becoming a better trader means you are becoming a stronger person. Sounds like something from Instagram, something from Facebook to say, but it's true. AFRM now struggling to get back above the 2220, got rejected once again. Look at this trend line, look at this trend line, look at this trend line. Bulls gave up, bears came in strong. Now 2220 resistance. We are heading south towards 2025. If you are long on AFRM, and it doesn't matter where you entered, in my opinion, take the money and run away, or at least take some profits or size down the position, because for now AFRM, let's see, the weekly is going down. Look at the weekly, 4 consecutive upside candles. Now we have engulfing to the downside. You can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, 2012 incoming, below it 1870. What else? LMT. If you want to learn how to control your emotions, you cannot avoid your emotions. We are human beings. We are not machines. We trade in a machine world, but we are human beings. If you want to learn how to control your emotions, check my ebook. All the links in the description below. I have an ebook specially about the psychology behind trading, all the obstacles that I went through and came strong, all from my experience. LMT, what do you see? Nothing much. Going to the downside, weekly close below the 422, and we are heading towards 401. What else do we have? PLTR. Did Roku keep down move? Up. Just look at this. What do you see? You don't need to ask me or anyone else on social media. What do you see? Let's check the daily in the chart, because candles, truthfully, it's very hard to read candles on any time frame. So go back to line chart. What do you see? Where the line is heading? Up left, down right, downtrend until proven otherwise. And the weekly, uptrend. Now, from up left, down right, lower highs, lower lows. That's it. You don't need anyone on social media to tell you if the trend is up or down. Just go to line chart and ask yourself where price came from and where it is now. What else do we have? PLTR and the weekly, this area, very important area of support. What do you see here? If you're a pattern trader, you must see left shoulder, head, right shoulder, but it doesn't mean that it will validate. We need a weekly close below this red line, and then this pattern will validate towards where? You don't need to guess. Take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. And like magic, look at this line. Gives us exactly what we are looking for. Support, 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 support. Once PLTR will break below the 1370 to the downside, the same green candles you got over here, you will see 3 red candles over here. The same uptrend, you will get the same downtrend over here. The same magnitude of the uptrend, you will get the same magnitude to the downtrend. What else? Hi Tamir, you are short on what? Iran already did. Good for you. Screen time, screen time, screen time. You need screen time. Anyone that wants to become a better trader needs screen time. In my first 2 years in trading, I spent around 15 to 17 hours a day screen time. Only screen time. And daily and weekly and the 5 minutes and the 15 minutes and the 60. Bitcoin, Forex, everything that involves candles, I had screen time. Only with screen time, this is how we get experience. You start seeing things that you did not see before. What else? Good for you, Tamir. Just manage your risk accordingly. What about ARRY? Strong resistance. Let's clean the chart. Had strong resistance over here. Now, this area that was a very tough resistance since August 2022. All this area was a very tough resistance. Now becomes support. Below it, we have a double top scenario. Below 23.20, we are heading back to this area. And this gap will get filled sometimes in the future. You can take Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high to the downside. And here we are. All the levels to the downside. HAL, let's check. SPY and Friends, still holding. Let's make an alert just below this area. This area will get broken to the downside. We will take once again short. We took short pre-market. We caught nice downtrend. Pre-market. I showed it in the pre-market live, the short we took on the premium room in Fibonacci-Traders Discord. You're more than welcome to join. Links in the description below. We have special discounts on all paid services. We have the programs, the one-on-one mentorship, available in Hebrew and in English. We have the online program available in Hebrew and in English. And of course, we have, what do you see on HAL? Both programs guaranteed lifetime access, support, guidance from me, no one else. I'm available around 17 hours a day, 5 days a week, trading days. You can ask our premium members, our gold members. Do we have someone from them here on the chat? Say hi, don't be shy. Lifetime access, support, guidance until you will be able to do what I do by yourself. My goal is to train you to become the best traders that you can be. So you won't need anyone, including myself. AJ, it's still early to see. If it's now up, you need confirmation like we did here. Touched, inside candle, and to the upside. For now, if you are long, maybe it's time to take some. Manage your risk. Broke below the 50, needs to hold this trend line, otherwise 38.73. And the weekly going sideways between the 39.20 and all this area, the 41.45. Below last week's low, we are heading towards 37.82. Manage your risk because there is no uptrend for now, no bounce in sight. Any other questions, any other comments, feedback, requests, questions about technical analysis, questions about the psychology behind trading? No more questions, no more comments. So I want to thank you once again. Thank you very much for joining this live. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends. Until the next video, trade safe.